Welcome in, Hulk Smash and Brayden. Thank you. Hey, Juju SSB. Juso SSB. Why did I say Juju? My brain is all over the place already. I'm so happy to see you all here. The screen is a little cut off on the sides. Yes. So on the Purple app, if you go to the Purple app, thank you so much, Hulk Smash, by the way. If you go to the Purple app, my username for the Purple app is like scrolling through at the top. If you go there, it's Megstar with three R's, just like TikTok, but no underscore. You'll be able to see full screen. Hi, Maddox. Welcome in. It's so good to see you again. How are you today? Oh, thank you so much for the heartbeat. How are you doing today? How was your Halloween? Did you do anything fun? Um, I am going to be playing The Wind Waker again today. I have no idea when I'm going to finally beat this game. At this rate, it could be 2026, January 2026. Um, I truly hope that I'm done with it sooner than that. I've considered doing longer streams coming up to try to get this done sooner, or adding a day um in the week to my streaming schedule so that I can get this game done. I'm loving playing it, but oh my god, it's taking me so gosh darn long. So I am currently in the Tower of the Gods, and it's a dungeon, and I've heard from some chatters that it's their favorite dungeon. You said you went to Metro, Spooky Maddox? Oh my god. I bet it was busy. And how is downtown? Was it crazy downtown? Oh my god. I had talked about going out. My husband and I talked about going out last night. But as some of you probably know, we just got a kitty. Yay, she's adorable. But she's also got something going on with her tummy because her stuff in the litter box ain't right. So we got caught up with taking care of that yesterday, and by the time I was done cleaning that up, I was done. Like, I was like, I don't want to go out anymore. But we did go out Thursday night to a jazz jam, and that was really fun. We dressed up. I was Pauline, and he was Donkey Kong, and that was a really good time. So I'm glad that we got to dress up and do something this year. So anyway, I'm curious what all of you were up to this weekend, by the way, or have been up to, or if you have, I know some places are still doing Halloween events tonight as well, even though it's November 1st. So I'm curious about if you're doing anything else, if you have anything else on the agenda, Halloween related or otherwise for this weekend, let me know. Oh, hey, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you in here. How's your weekend going? And if you celebrate Halloween, what'd you do for Halloween? Okay, so we're in the Tower of the Gods, like I said. This is a dungeon, and where I left off was, oh, it says that I shared the stream. I don't know why it says that, but okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Um, but anyway, I'm in, oh, I just got through this part. So I got a key in this room. Hey, A, I hope you're, oh, thank you so much for the, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. How is your Saturday going? Everything is going well here. I'm happy to be here. I just got started, and we're going to be playing The Wind Waker today, and The Wind Waker only. I'm hoping to make some good progress on that. So I guess the first step would be actually to keep playing the game. I need a little less chit chat and a little bit more play right now. So I need to equip my sail. How are you doing, A? I need to equip my sail. And let's see here. I got a small key, so I think that's probably in the main room that I was in when I first started this dungeon. So I'm not very far along in the dungeon. Thank you so much, Joel, for the heart me. Happy Saturday. How's your day going? So good to see you in here. Hey, hey, hey. Do you celebrate Halloween, Joel? And if so, did you do anything for Halloween already, or do you have plans tonight? Okay, so I'm trying to find a door for my key that I got from that last room. Let's see here. Maybe it's down here. This boat is so slow. Jeez. Is there any way to make it go faster? I know somebody in the chat had told me if you act like you're putting your sail away, like press the sail button repeatedly, it goes faster. I don't know about all that though. You said you did celebrate, you had an early night because you have a newborn. Oh my god, Joel, you have a newborn. Oh my god, what is your newborn's name? Wow, tell me about that. I don't have any babies or children. One day probably will, but how is it being a parent? Um, I went to a jazz jam on Thursday night with my husband. I dressed up as Pauline and he was Donkey Kong. And then last night I did not go out. We talked about it, but I was pretty tired. Usually by Fridays, I am like done for the week. So I was happy to be home, just hanging out. We played a lot of Super Smash Bros. With each other. A bit wild and some sleepless nights. Yeah, I can imagine. I really can imagine. I love babies, though. I hope that you are enjoying it, even though it's wild and there's sleepless nights. I hope it's a good type of wild. I can't remember what to do or where the key goes. Like, I only know about this room. Let me check the map again. Yeah, I only know about this room, this first floor. And I don't think that there's a place for a key in here. So chat, if anybody here is familiar with this game or what I should be doing, I welcome backseat help. I welcome it. If I'm wandering around, I'm trying to make progress. Okay, chat? So me wandering around is not progress. Not good enough for me. I'm also going to, one sec, make this a little bigger on my computer screen so I can see the chat a little bit better as well. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Because I got tired old eyes. So this is better. Lots of precious moments. Yay! That's what we love to hear. Oh, I haven't been in here. This is new. That's a different room. This pillar. It does not look like I'm... Okay. There we go. That's where I need to go. So when the water goes back down, I'm going to go in here. But chat, I was saying, if you know what to do and you see that I'm struggling, feel free to let me know in the chat. I don't mind a little bit of help. But if you want to watch as I try to figure things out on my own, that is totally fine as well. Or if you are not familiar with this game or you don't know how to play it yourself, come on, let's go. Pick up the pace, buddy. Then you're right there with me. We're here together in the same position with each other. And that's totally fine. I want all of you here. Whether you know about it or don't. Whether you know what to do or you don't, you're welcome to be here. All that really is expected is just some kindness and respect to all who are here. And let's see here. I'm not sure. Oh, I heard that dude and I was like, I don't... Okay, can I get him from here? No? Okay. Inverted controls. Bro. Okay. Okay, he's hiding behind this box like a little pansy. Oh no! Inverted controls. Come on. I feel like he's gonna electrocute me. He's right by me! No! Oh my god. I meant to use my grappling hook on him before I got him. Dang it, I wanted to get spoils from him. Bomb walls? Ooh, Joel. I think you're right. Those kind of do look like walls that can be bombed. Okay, good thinking. See, and this literally just came up like last week. There was a wall that I needed to bomb and did not put two and two together. It took me so long to figure that out. So this is why I need you guys. I need you. Okay, so I need to move this though while the water's down. Pull it. Yeah. Okay. And put it probably a little bit closer, unless I feel very confident with my bomb throwing skills, which I don't necessarily feel very confident with my bomb throwing skills. So I'm going to move the boxes a little bit closer and hope for the best. We're going to figure this out together. One bomb wall at a time. Hopefully that's it. If that's not it, then I really truly don't know. I'm at a loss. Okay. This is good. Yeah. Get out of the way! Yes! Is there enemies? Okay, there's not any enemies in there. That's good. And there's also nothing in the bases. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Okay. Joel, is this your first kid? If you're still here. Or have you been a father for a while? Have you had other kids? Water, go down. It is your first? Lost a box? Oh no! I lost a box. Okay. Gotta be careful next time. Oh. That's interesting. How do I do this? I have to put the box... I have to lose the box for this one. Okay. Interesting. I need to move this a little bit closer, and I'm going to have to just say goodbye to this box. I have to put the bomb on the box. Or, yeah. I guess so. Okay, get up, Link. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Yay! I did it! I kind of knew that guy was gonna be there. Hey! I want to use my grappling hook. Oh! Nope! What the heck? Bro. Where is he? Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Why can't I put it down? I can't angle the grappling hook down? Okay, get me out of here. Where am I? Oh. Okay. Oops. No! Get away! I need to figure things out. Do you want to have more kids, Joel? Or are you just good with focusing on the one right now? Oh. Shoot. Okay. I lost some hearts there. That's okay, though. That's okay. We're good. We're here. So can I... Okay, I really need a box right there. I lost the box. Oh, I can just put a bomb here. Okay, I don't even need to do anything with a box for this. Whoops. I hope that doesn't blow this box up. Okay, good. Cool. And it sounds like there's not anybody in there. All right. Get up! Link! I'm telling him to climb it. Yay, a treasure chest! That's where my key goes. I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Hey, okay. What is it? What am I getting? Help me. Map? Yes! It's a map! Green areas are ones you visited. The flashing area is your current location. Tilt on the joystick up and down to view other floors. Woo! Okay. Oh, nice. This is very helpful. So what I was able to see before was just the green part. I couldn't see the rest of it, so I really had no idea where the other areas of the stage or this floor were. So now this is very helpful. I can see the other rooms that I can get into. You said it's hard to think about that right now. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I do not blame you. I would be focused on the one that I got to. Hmm. Well, what? You guys hear that? Is there another dude? Really? Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Maybe that'll get him. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, I can't see. There we go. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. Hey. That was not terrible at all. You always talked about just one, but maybe. Yeah. One is plenty. One is good. I mean, it would be nice to have, like, give a kid a sibling, honestly. That's the biggest thing for me. But it's like, kids are really expensive. Life is already expensive as is. What am I doing? So that's like a whole thing to think about whenever you're talking more than one or even just one is like, okay, but you gotta be able to provide for them. And that's like a whole other thing. And let's see here. So I have 3 rooms here. 3 rooms. And I'm going to one. One is this way, supposedly. Maybe bomb it. Because I don't see... yeah! All of these walls can be bombed, it looks like. Okay, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, Josh. How are you? Yeah, it looks like all of these walls can be bombed, but I'm not sure how to get the bomb to stay. Can I, like, sit it on the ledge? How does that even work? Huh. Chat, help me. Hey, thank you so much. I'm flattered. Thank you. How are you doing? How was your Halloween? Did you celebrate Halloween or do you celebrate Halloween? I'll mount a cannon? I don't see a cannon. Hey, Twisted, welcome in. How are you doing today? Happy November 1st. I don't see a cannon, y'all. So, okay, looking at the map again. There's 2 rooms to my left, and it looks like they have walls that I would bomb, but there's not a ledge or anything at all for me to put a bomb on. Don't know what to do there. And then there's also a room behind this waterfall that I don't have any clue how to get into or behind. At all. So I got through every other area. But why are these... Okay. Brain. Use my brain. I have a grappling hook. Does that do anything? Perhaps the bomb button mounts a... Josh Young, thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. I Needed you. Where have you been all my stream? I've only been here for like 20 minutes, but I'm so glad you got here when you did. That is very helpful. I completely forgot that when you put bombs in the boat that a cannon forms. Totally forgot about that. Yep. Oh, but my boat is going crazy. Okay. Yay! You're the best. Okay. Woo. Yeah, I completely forgot that that happens. We did it. Thank you. And there's nothing on the map for this wall, but whoops, want to do it anyway. Oh. It's just making this area more open. Come on. Ah! It's very hard to control the boat for some reason. I guess I don't even really need the sail out because there's not any wind blowing. I can still control it by holding R. Oh, okay. I'm turning the, there we go. I don't think I needed to do all that, but we did it anyway. Chat, we did it. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Okay. So I'm still very early on in this tower, or this dungeon, the Tower of the Gods. There's still the whole second floor, the whole third floor. Okay, apparently those floors are not very intricate. I only looked at the second floor so far, and I was like, holy cow, that thing is crazy. I thought all the other floors were going to be like that, but they're not that bad. So I've got a lot to do today, and I am so excited to be here doing it with you guys. Looking forward to additional help from you if you can help me, and if you can't help me, then I'm looking forward to having some companionship in this confusion that I'm going to be experiencing a lot today. Okay. All right, that was not that bad. I do want to get my grappling hook out, though. I keep forgetting to do that so I can get some spoils. Unless that is the spoils. Oh. Ah! Ah! Get me out. Okay. I am button smashing. I need to stop it. I keep hitting the grappling hook button and then button smashing. I forget that whenever you hit it twice, it like retracts, like it stops the motion that you're trying to do. I keep doing that. Okay, cool. So, there's another little thingy for thingy here. I'm gonna put a thingy there when I get the thingy. And then it looks like possibly, okay, there's some fire lighting that I'm gonna need to do. And I see pedestals there. I don't know if that's, oh, that's what I need to light on fire. Holy cow, I have to light that on fire before the water goes back down? Okay, I'm gonna go in here first. That sounds crazy. How would I do that? Do I need a key for this? What? Ah? That was easy. It's gonna be really hard. Why was that like kind of easy, y'all? You gotta be fast. Yeah, I'm not very fast. I'm unfortunately very much so a newbie when it comes to doing anything in this game with speed or anything to do with platforming without falling. I struggle quite a bit. So you'll need to come back in here when you get the bow. Oh. Okay. So I'm getting the bow in the Tower of the Gods. Or no. Is that what you mean or no? Like, just that I'll have to come back to the Tower of the Gods at some point later in the game. I got a compass! Now you can see where things are hidden in the dungeon. Press on the D-pad to view your map and see for yourself. Yes! Okay, so, wait. There's another treasure chest in here? Yeah, you get the bow here? Yes! That means that I can, then get the Uh, the whirlpool, the cyclone. That's what I'm trying to think of. The like fish dude. I don't know what his name is, but he's in a cyclone, and then I can get him. But you need the bow to get it. Yeah. Okay. So the treasure chest in here, I need the bow to get it. Oh, to shoot the eye? I bet that's to shoot the eye. Mmm. Right? That makes sense to me. Okay. Cool. I can do that. Nothing to do with those. Okay. Oh no, I have a low battery. I think I have a charger. Something to plug in my... Whoops. I think I do. Is this a charger? Yeah. I can use this. Okay, sorry, I had to plug in my controller, and I don't even know if y'all could hear me talking just now, but that's what I was saying. I was just talking to myself about plugging in my controller. Okay. So I have to be fast. I need to be speed. I need to embody Lightning McQueen. I am speed. I'm in my Lightning McQueen era right now. Water go down. I did not think this through. The fire goes out. The fire goes out, and I did not think about this. Oh! Oh! I didn't mean to throw. I was like, oh, I could roll. And then I pressed A to roll, and then I was like, wait, no. If I roll, the fire will go out. Stop, drop, and roll. Come on. Think about this. I thought about it mid, and then it didn't even roll. It threw it. Oops. Oopsie. Okay. Lightning speed. I am speed. Light it. Light it. Light it. I did it. It's a chest. Oh, doggy. Ooh, boy. Oh, okay. That's fine. I got my chesty. Yeah. We did it. Through the power of friendship and anime. Oh, it's a joy pendant. Wonderful. These pendants are said to flock to those who spread joy. Okay, I will give it to Miss Marie, the teacher, next time I see her. Well, she wants 20. I don't have a big key. Oh, that's not a big key spot. That's a little key spot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, get me away. I can't do anything with them when I'm in the water. How do I get up? This is not good. What do I do, chat? What? I don't... I'm not feeling too good about this right now. I don't know how to get up. That... Is there a... Oh, hold on. When the water goes down, is there a different platform? I think there is a different platform. Yeah, Josh Young. Thank you so much. There's a different platform. Yep. So I can get... Ah! Okay, I'll just deal with these guys. Whoops. In the meantime... Stop it! I'm trying to... No! No! Come on! I can't see anything now. Oh my god, there's still 3 of them? That was not very good on my end. I've been doing pretty good with them. Come down here. Come down. Let's be friends. Come on. I know you want to be my buddies. That wasn't really what I needed to do, because I forgot it just stuns them. No! I missed it again! I missed my chance! I need to be above the platform. And I need to be away from these guys. They're following me, though. And I can't use my boomerang in the water. Get away from me! Get away from me! Oh my god! Oh! I'm pressing the wrong button. No wonder. Oh my god. I am such a goober. I was using the grappling hook the whole time. I kind of want that heart. Give me. Okay, cool. Okay. So this thing needs to go down the stairs. I have to be fast again. Get behind it. Stop it. What are you doing? Oh, I can pick it up. I can pick it up. Okay. I was really confused. Thank you so much for the follow, Aaron. Nice to have you in here. Happy Saturday. How is your day going? Go down. I would like to continue my journey. Please? Please. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Yes. Okay, but the water's gonna raise again. So, okay. Yes. Perfect. Get in there. You're right. You're right. I'm so glad you got the memo. Happy Catterday. Do you have cats, Aaron? Can you properly celebrate this blessed day? Halloween was cool. You performed a musical and went to a party. What musical? What was your role in the musical? That sounds fun. That's a lot of fun. Okay, I totally missed what just happened. I put that thingy down and something happened. I really don't know what happened. Not anything in here. Maybe in the main room? Did something happen in the main area? Oh, the waterfall. It changed directions. Right? Is that what happened? Does having an orange cat doing orange cat behaviors count? Absolutely. I think it counts even more. Honestly. I think you get double points for having an orange cat. Whoa, buddy. I'm just trying to get to my boat. Get me in there. Okay. Oh, perfect. Yay. The mouth in the middle is now open. Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting there. We're doing it. We're doing things. I already have 724 rupees. That's pretty good. Should go shopping sometime. Josh, did you dress up for Halloween? What the heck? Oh my god. Okay, good. I was gonna say, really? I thought that parking job was just fine. Or boating, docking job, whatever it was that I just did. I thought it was fine. Oh, there's rats in here. Wonderful. Lovely. Love it. Oh, and, nope, don't like that. Okay. The rats left. Oh. I guess I could have given them bait, but I don't think I have any room for... Last time I gave... Hey, BG Dubs! Hey! Hey! SpongeBob? No way! SpongeBob is my favorite! I love that you went as SpongeBob. Oh my god, that's perfect. Did you have anybody else, like, go in a SpongeBob-themed costumes with you? Was anybody else a SpongeBob character? BG Dubs, hello. How is your Saturday? Happy November 1st. You are SpongeBob. Perfect. I was SpongeBob when I was a kid. I guess I'm not SpongeBob anymore if you are SpongeBob. There was a guy who did the Patrick voice with you. Yes. That's fun. I love it. Halloween is so fun. Okay, looking at my map. There's 3 pedestals here. There's a laser there. And I don't know if there's anything I can do about that right now. Whoops, I was trying to do my boomerang. Yeah, there we go. Anything? Nope. I don't know what... Okay. And then I could go down here. I'm gonna create a suspend point. I've made some decent progress today. And I don't know what I'm about to do next. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, and I don't want to lose my progress. You're doing great today. Yes. I'm so glad you can be here for this temple as well. Okay. I just had to test it. I'm gonna load the suspend point. I had to test it. Oh. Oh, I have to put those thingies on it. Okay. That's right. Oh. Whoops. Pick it up. Have to be so precise with my placement. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh god. Lasers coming at me so much harder. Why? I just walked past it and it was totally fine. Why was it like 5 billion times faster than it was? Why is it going faster? I swear it's going faster. Is it angry with me? Okay. And then I stand on the third one, right? And then... Nope, that... Wait, does it stay? Does it stay like that? Yes! Woo! Yes! I'm doing it. Okay, there's one right there. I only got lasered a little bit. We are good. Oh. Okay, so there's another platform right there. Maybe I should go to it. Just for fun? Oh, that wasn't fun. That was silly. Y'all, sorry. I'm just exploring. I'm just trying to figure out what I can and cannot do. You know? Like an orange cat. There we go. But I don't know. Okay, what would be the purpose of being right here? Let me think. What is the meaning? Why? Could I throw a bomb on that thing? Maybe? It's a laser. I don't know that lasers can be blown up, but I'm gonna try it. Nope, did nothing. Okay, I don't know what this platform is for. Just to psych you out? You can't do much. Yeah. Apparently not. Okay. Next room. This is a big boy room. Wow. So I'm on the second floor. That's good. I see that there's 5 chests here. One. I'm not sure which direction to go in first. I'm gonna equip my grappling hook again, and then I guess I'll have my leaf as my Z for now, because I don't really think I'll need my sail in here. Apparently I won't need my sail in here, at least. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, Ty. How are you doing today? Yes. Oh my god, Joel, thank you for the Go Popular. Thank you so much. Yes, Wind Waker. I'm happy to have you back, my friend. I really don't know what to call you, but I was calling you Randall from Recess earlier because I think that's what your picture on TikTok is. But you can tell me a different name if you would prefer to go by something else. Was a good throw. Thank you, Joel. Thanks. I was pretty pleased with that throw as well. I've come a long way. For those of you who may have been watching me play, thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much. Does that mean you're cool with being called Randall? If you've been watching me play this since I started, you know I have grown. There is growth here. I've gotten so much better at so many different things, and I'm not bragging. I'll be the first to say I'm still not good at this game. But the improvement is there. I can throw bombs without freaking out now. And honestly, that's a win for me. And yes, I know that sounds sad, but that is where we are at. That is a celebration for me. and for us all, because I think that we can get through things a little bit easier together now, and that's good. That is good. Okay, so I see some guys here, and some platforms are moving, or at least just one platform, so I guess I gotta get across, and... Okay. Okay. Oh, he just offed himself. Great. Oh, whoops. That was really not that bad. Okay. I will take it. I made it across. So where am I? Okay, I'm in the room on the map to the right of that main area. All right. Gotcha, gotcha. This staircase is suspicious. I'm also gonna go ahead and create another suspicion point. Just in case. I don't trust it. Why is it clear? Because that, the figure thingy is in a placey thingy. I guess that's what is keeping it there. Speaker of the Goddess's Guidepost. Press R to call me and guide me to my place of truth. Interesting. Oh, Josh, have a great day at work. It was so nice to meet you, and I'm happy to have you back anytime. I hope you have a good time at work. What are you? Do you want to follow me? You're so cute. I love you. I love you so much. What are you? I want you. Come with me. Yes. Oh, so it's a little tricky because I have to make sure that he doesn't fall off the edge. He's so cute. I will protect you at all costs, buddy. Oh. Oh. Wait. What? Hold on. Wait. What? What do I do? Oh, will he? No. Ah! Oh. I'm putting my suspend point. Oh, I can pick him up? Thank you. Okay. It is curious, Sola. It is very curious. But if I can pick him up, then that's good. That's very, very helpful. Also. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I was checking the game audio. Let me know if the game audio is, what? No! No! Too loud is what I was gonna say before I started getting very confused. Excuse me, sir. Walk with him first? Oh. Oh. Guys. Thank you. Okay, follow me. Follow me. Let's go. Come. I'm sorry. Follow me. Follow me. Come on. Yes. Swing. Does he fall off if you don't walk very carefully? I feel like I'm being a little bit extra with how careful I'm being. But I'm afraid that he'll, like, walk wrong, because he doesn't... He's cute, but he doesn't look that smart. But you gotta love him. Anyway. He's a little himbo. No! Oh, no! Hey! Sephiroth, you changed your name? Oh, come in. Thank you for letting me know it's you. Happy Saturday. How was your Halloween? Do you celebrate? Nick, you're here. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you again. Happy Saturday. Did you do anything for Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween, Nikki? What am I doing? Okay, come here, buddy. Okay. And I need to... No, I was trying to put away my, sword. But okay, follow me. Follow me, cutie. My little himbo. That's a good nickname for him, I think. He's a non-traditional himbo. He's cute. What? You had a huge horror movie marathon. Something told you that I was gonna do that. I'm sorry, VG Dubs. I'm sorry. What horror movies did you watch? That sounds so fun. Come follow me. I'm calling you. Yay. Okay, so, Emmy, yeah, welcome in, Emmy. How are you today? Happy belated Halloween if you celebrate. How was your Halloween? Hi. I'm so happy to see you too. It was so boring. It rained, so nobody came. No, that's a bummer. It was like the first Halloween in like 8 years that it did not rain here, or it wasn't freezing cold here. It was like bearable weather yesterday for once. You can jump with him. You don't have to throw him. That's helpful. Thank you so much, BG Dubs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You were partying, Emmy. That sounds fun. I have not been to a Halloween party in so long. I thought maybe this year I would do something like that, but I went out Thursday night to a jazz jam. What's that? That's for my bow and arrow that I will get one day. I don't have it yet. You love the all caps. Yes, 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 yes. All the Conjuring movies, including the new one. What do you think about the new one? I like the Conjuring movies. I need to watch those again. You are so awesome, BG Dubs. I really appreciate your help. And everybody who's here just to hang out, watch, follow along, and learn what this game be. I appreciate you so much as well. Okay, where are you going? Yes? Yes? You happy now? You in your little home spot? You are where you belong. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Emmy, did you dress up when you were partying? Did you dress up in a costume? And if so, what was your costume? What are you? There appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. Okay. Oh, for my Wind Waker! But of course! I will wake the wind once more. Left, nothing. Right, nothing. Great. Left. Oh! I have to hold it over so it's 4, too. Because I think it's only 3. Okay. Left, nothing. Right, nothing. Yeah. Yeah. I learned the command melody. What does that mean? And I got a door to open. That's good. My kin wait beyond the doors, control them, and guide them to their places of truth to open the path to the gods. Ooh. I am going to open the path to the gods. I'm so excited. I'm ready. Let's go. Open that path. Well, thank you. Is this Riz? Thank you. You said no, it is not. Y'all are funny. Thank you, though. Welcome in, Alex. Happy Saturday. How's your day going? Let's see here. I guess, is the flashing door the one that I need to go in? Let me check my map. I forgot I have a map. Yes. I think that's a yes. Yes, this is new. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Oh boy. Oh brother. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Okay. Jumping was extremely risky of me. See. I can't lock onto him from here. Dang. Sweet or savory? Okay. Sweet or savory? That's a good question. Spicy or sour is also a good question. I love sweets. I have a really big sweet tooth. So I mean, I love savory too, but I'm a girl. I like girl dinners. I like little snackies, and sweets are my thing. I love candy, fruit, cake, ice cream. Sweets are my thing. Let's check it. Yeah, welcome in, Artie Climb. How are you? How are you? Spicy or sour? I would say sour. I like spicy, but I'm so particular about the spicy. So if it is like spicy just because it's just for the sake of being spicy and it doesn't have any flavor, then I'm not about it. So I know that I'm supposedly gonna get a bow and arrow somewhere, and without it, I'm not really sure what else I can do in here, chat. Obviously, I'm just standing here. I'm pretty sure the bow and arrow is what gets those eyeballs. So, Lebowski, hi, welcome in. Happy Saturday. How's your day going? Oh, no. Did I at least make him? Oh, look in his eyes. Look at Link's eyes. You're right. What are your eyes? You want me to kill that guy? Is that what you're looking at, Link? What do you like, Sephiroth? Do you like spicy or sour, or sweet or savory better? What? Transparent PFPS? Profile pictures? Does Lebowski oh! You don't have a background on your profile picture, do you, Lebowski? You're working on the bracket for the tourney and prepping. What tourney? Oh, the Smash tourney! Is that today? Is that today? Bro, is that today? Can I play in it still? Tonight? Is it all full? How does that work? Okay. So his eyes are not doing any. Oh, he's looking at the guy. I have to fight the guy, but he's not getting close enough for me to get him. And when I threw or is he looking at that thing? When I threw the boomerang at him, it didn't do anything. I'm here. Look at me. Look at me. Is there... No. Oh! Yes! Come on! Die! Oh! Guys! Look at me! You said use your grapple hook, but BG does, I swear on everything. I did that before I read your chat. I literally just read your chat. And I figured it out, kind of. You guys gave a very good hint to look at his eyes. That was a really awesome hint. Thank you so much. A lot of people, 30 people? 30? Wow. Still went in at 8 p.m. Central. It's not full. Okay. Chrom is better than Roy, you said? I don't have enough experience with either of them to be able to say who I think is better. Okay, I would be down to be in the tournament, but I don't feel good about it lasting very long. Or me lasting very long in it. So that's the only thing. I'm a little nervous. I don't feel like I will get very far in it. How do I register, Lebowski? Okay, wait. Okay. Yes. Me thinking about things. Look at my brain. It works today. A little bit. Woo. Okay, it's another dude. What? I called him or her or them. It's a stone, so I don't even know if it has a gender. But, you know, look at him or them or whatever. I like him. I like the first one a little better. This one is giving me poser vibes, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay, I want to put my rope away. Oh. Oh. I know. Maybe. I was thinking maybe there was a vase. Okay. Pick him up. Pick him up. And then set him down. Okay, that was... No, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Yay! Just do my best and have fun. Aw, Lebowski, I will. So... Where do I go to register, Lebowski? How do I do that? So I know whenever I take that dude off, the bridge will go away. Oh! Wait. No? Oh, you sent it in my inbox? Yeah? I have to approve messages. Okay, I will. Yay! Okay. So, now I need my brain to work again. In a different way. Because, yeah, when I pick him up... Yep. The bridge goes away. So he needs to be there unless I have something else to put there, which I don't think I do. And I need to get him across. Oh! BG Dubs! Thank you. Why do I do that all the time? I get something new or I learn something new and then I instantly ignore it. Okay, it was left, nothing, right, nothing. I don't know what the melody does. I guess that's why I didn't use it. What does it do? What is he doing? Bro. Oh, I'm him! I'm him! What? Oh! Oh! So cool! I'm him! Oh my god! Lord Brian, welcome in! Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was gonna be able to be him or like control him. Oh my god. That is so cool. Okay. BG Dubs, thanks. Thank you so much. I'm genuinely shocked and excited about that. Oh, so then I think I need to be on here, right? And I need to put him over here. Stop it. And then I need to do that. Left, nothing, right, nothing. Yeah. Spaghetti. Yes, Hulk Smash. I am him. I am the himbo. Okay, okay, okay. He walks a little funny, but we're good. We are good. Now I can use my grappling hook and get back across. Here. Yep, 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 yep. That is right. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay. Whoop. Brain power. Yes. My brain is hot and fresh today. Don't tell the zombies. I've got wrinkles for days today. Now, okay. I stand here again. Yes. And I control him again. Yes. Right? Wait, let me think first. I opened a door. Oh, so actually no. No, I don't. I want him on here because I want to go through that door. Whoops. I threw him. Sorry. Okay. No, I was trying to pick him up. Okay. You love this dungeon a lot more fun than what comes later. I remember you saying that, Lord Ryan. It makes me sad. Oh. Thank you so much for sharing the stream, Alex. New camera angle. New camera angle who? Megstar, it is I, the king of red lions. I am afraid there are some areas to which you will not be able to bring the servants of the tower. Oh no. Oh no. But do not fear leaving them behind. Once you have awakened them, they will wait patiently for your return. Of this, I assure you. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Lots of people think the following dungeons are the best. Okay, chat, if you've played this game, I'm interested. Curious, you could call it. Which dungeon or temple or whatever they are is your favorite in the Wind Waker? If you've played it and you can weigh in, would you say this is your favorite? Like Lord Ryan said he loves it, but he said other people have other takes on this. So what is your take? What do you think? Because him saying that does make me a little nervous about how much I would enjoy the later dungeons. But I am liking this one. It is a lot of fun. So far, this is probably my favorite place that I've been in the game. Because the other places, well, I struggled a lot with them. Keep the vibe going. Thank you so much, RD Climb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just saw your chats. I'm not sure if you're still in here. I'm sorry I missed that. I really appreciate that, RD Climb. Who was right? You said they were right? Who was right? Who is they? I'm so curious. I didn't know that there was a they saying anything about me. Is this as good as they said? The game? They were right? Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, but I will take it. Oh, it's a boss! Hold up, pause. I gotta put my chit-chatting brain away for a second. Oh my goodness gracious. There's a boss right here, y'all. I gotta take this a little bit seriously, cause what? Is this like a mini? This is a mini boss. You started following me. Thank you, Damien. Thank you so much for the follow. The Wind Temple boss is cool, you would say. You sent exactly 1,000 likes. What? Sephiroth, no way. No way. That's wild. Oh. Okay. Okay, hold up. Pause. I'm gonna create a suspend point. I'll do it here. And I'll do another one. Nope, I'll do it here. Because I don't feel very good about this. Oh, I got spoils from him. Oops. Oh, his back. It's his back. Oops. I got a bomb from him. Did I get him? Yeah! Sorry. Chat. I obviously was focused on that. I just didn't know what was going on with him. But that was a mini boss. I could tell that was a mini boss because it was not nearly as tricky as real big time bosses. There was not like anything special about him compared to like a lot of other bosses. There's very particular things you have to do to beat them. So yes, that was a mini boss. But those guys are fun in the Twilight Princess. They're fun to fight. No way. Why are they fun? Yes! I got the hero's bow. Set it to Y, Z, or X, then use it with the button you've set it to. Okay. I am gonna slay with my bow and arrow, and I can carry up to 30 arrows. Nice. Yes. If it was a real boss, there would be a huge cutscene. Yes. That's true too. That was just like kind of a little cutscene, I guess. Look at this. Like, you can't even see it in the whole frame. Okay, there. I'd say that's like 2 1/4 size my Link's height and width. That is crazy. The blade itself is bigger than Link. Width and length. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay. What? What? Really? What? No way. Strong enough to do that? Wow. I can't believe that. I did not know. Beat the entire game with it. Yeah, I probably should just stop throwing it. I was gonna say I probably should just keep it. I can hardly swing it. Struggling. Oh, Link. I guess I can't take it with me. Dang it. I wish I could put it in my pockets. Why does my mic cut out when I say whoa? It reaches a certain threshold. Yeah. I might also not be, if my mouth's not close to the microphone, then it can affect the audio as well. So if I'm moving my face away or whatever, it'll totally change things as well. So I try not to do that so much, but when I'm like getting excited about something, I tend to like move my head around. Yay, I got some arrows. Okay, that was a good reminder that I have a bow and arrow now, and I can use it, and I'm going to use it to get that eyeball in the room. Also, chat, if I miss anything that you say, please feel free to send me more chats or like repeat something if it's like you wanted me to see that or something. Especially if it's like a tip for the game or related to the game and I've clearly just not been seeing that you're doing that or saying that. Oh. Okay, I wasn't even trying to do that, but cool. It's kind of hard. Is there a way to aim? No. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Okay, good. What? Oh, why did I get the first one when I wasn't even trying to? I'm using all my arrows for no reason. I know it. Did I see the new Animal Crossing update? Yes. So, I don't know about you, but I really don't care about the Nintendo Switch 2 update. It looks like I don't have 12 friends. That was like one of the Nintendo Switch updates. Y'all, I don't have 12 friends who play Animal Crossing and would all be able to get on Animal Crossing at the exact same time and want to do that. No. Who does? I am very curious what people do have 12 friends and are able to do that. Do I just need to be... And then there's like better resolution. Okay. But the update, the free update is what is extremely exciting to me. Damien, we are kind and respectful here. That's one of the rules. Okay. So I got that, and there's something behind it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I'm gonna put my bow and arrow away, I guess, for now. And grappling hook. Back over. Yes. To my guy. And I'm also gonna try to avoid the fiery skull. I don't know where he is. No! I'm not... Okay. I did not take my time with that. Where did it put me? Back over here, of course. Wait, no. Yeah. No? Yeah, okay. I thought I was on the wrong side. Thank you, Damien. Thank you. I appreciate that. Get good? Get good? I am good. Just wait. Just you wait. Okay. I am good. What did those platforms change? Okay. 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 Yay! Die. What? What? He's alive. Why is this dude alive? What the heck? Oh my god. Wait. Bruh. Bruh. That's what I was trying to do. Oh my god, bruh. Come on, get his back. Oh my god. What just happened? What? Okay, I'm creating a suspend point. That was way too close. What? That guy wasn't even alive before. He just like came alive because I have bow and arrows now. He's like, oh, okay, now that you can take care of me, I'm going to come alive now. Okay. He didn't even exist before. He was just a statue before, plain and simple. So, shot the eye, and it is, nothing. Like, I don't know what the purpose of that was, really. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my dude, pick him up, and take him with me, I guess, and just keep going. Damien, I am not streaming on YouTube. Maybe I would eventually, but I am on the Purple app, and I post some things on YouTube. Some of my like longer game streams I put on YouTube. Zuya, welcome in. Hello. How are you? Why did I just set that guy down? What the heck? Zuya, I don't know when you said that chat. I'm so sorry if I missed it, but hello. No! No, where did he go? Oh my god. What? I made those platforms. Oh, thank you, Hulk Smash. You're right. That's what it was. The shooting the eye made these platforms come out, which is exactly what I needed and wanted to happen. My goal is to have fun and make new friends, meet people online who like the same things that I like, and just like like-minded individuals, build a sense of community and friendship with other people like me or who have things in common with me. So I do not care about getting famous. I really just care about knowing and meeting more people who I have things in common with, who we can just enjoy hanging out and spending time and talking video games with each other. Oh, Sephiroth, you're right. It doesn't like that word either. I need to say the Red app, but I read his message aloud. Dang it. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. TikTok doesn't like either of them, or any of it, really. Thank you so much for pointing that out, and hopefully I don't say it again. Yeah, it'll either flag it or it just won't push it to people. Damien? Okay. You said, I think I know who this is? I think I know this is Damien? Per your name is my thought. So oh yeah, my idol, I don't know what to call him. He's like an idol. Oh, he went up there by himself. Okay, so I need to get... Is that it? That was all? Okay, so then this is, I guess, the door that I need to go through next. I'm gonna see if there's any hearts in these, because I need more hearts. Bombs, I guess, are good too. Arrows would be good. Oh, I also need to go back in that one room with the eye. There's some arrows. I think it was... I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it was, Joshua. He's not in here anymore, but he said that I would want to go back in there. Give me a heart. I need a heart. Okay, Sephiroth. Enjoy doing laundry. I personally don't enjoy it, but I hope that you have an enjoyable time with doing your laundry. Okay. Let's see here. Aha. Oh. I keep thinking... Okay, that's easy, but I keep thinking that my boomerang is in my X, but it's not. So, or equipped to my X button. I keep using X. I keep forgetting it's my arrows, which is fine, but a little bit wasteful. A little bit wasteful. Let's go. Continuing on. So I'm on the second floor, and I've actually already almost gotten the entire second floor, which is great. I have 2 chests in this area, treasure chests, and then I just have 3 more rooms on the second floor after this. Maybe I should just go ahead and go back to that other room with the eye before I get too far into this. I don't know if I actually can go back anymore. But that is what I have left. And then the 3rd and 4th floors are pretty small, and it looks like there's a boss on the 4th floor. So I'm making my way up to the boss as we speak. And I'm a little bit nervous, but the last boss was not that bad. I thought I just equipped my boomerang. What the heck? But I guess I kind of want the arrows for the fiery head dudes. Whoops. Ah! Come on. What? I swear I shot one of those guys with an arrow earlier and it worked. So I can't tell if I just like am not getting the correct aim. There we go. That's all it was. I just didn't have the right aim. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Nope. Okay. All right. Great. Wonderful. There we go. Oops. Can you like lock on? No. Okay. I wish that it would lock on like the boomerang does. That okay. Makes it a lot easier. I need to get it at least at the right height. I'll just wait till it takes me back. Does it have to shoot it right in the middle of the eye or what? What? I'm so confused. That was right there. Y'all saw it land on the eye. Boomerang? On the eye? There we go. Whoa, where am I? What's happening? What? What just happened? Now, oh, it changed the way the platforms are going. Oh. Okay, cool. I'm going to equip my boomerang now. Also, welcome in, Puff. Good to see you. Those dudes are hard to hit. Their flames make it hard to see where the skull is from far away. I see. That makes sense because, yeah, it really looked like I was hitting them, but it makes sense that it's just their flames that are covering up what I think is me hitting them, and it's not actually them. And it really sounds like I am, too. It makes a sound like I am. Dang, those arrows are gonna disappear before I get there. Okay, that was very close. So, what is the point of me being down here? I guess I just needed to do... Oh, there's another eye right there. I'm a little bit confused still, but we're gonna figure it out. So I guess I want to get the other eye. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know what that would be. I've got the map and I've got the compass. So maybe it's a key? Do the keys go in treasure chests or come in treasure chests? I can't remember. Okay, so that's one thing I want to go do right now. I see. I hate waiting for platforms. This is like such a slow process of patience. Okay, I did it. Yay! What is it? A key! Yes, 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 yes. I got it. Okie dokie. I got a key. And I'm gonna keep going. And I'm gonna shoot that dude. Or try. That was the ceiling. I saw that. Yeah, with the moving platforms and their moving heads and the flames covering everything up, it's very, very challenging to get the aim right. That was really bad. I need to be shooting at where they will be, not where they are. But I don't really know where they will be. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we wait again. Now we wait. You can use your leaf to glide around there if you want. That is so smart, Hulk Smash. Thank you. I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That will make everything go by so much faster, hopefully. I do want to shoot that eye again. Another one. That was bad. That also was Not good. Okay, I'm just going too fast. I don't have patience. Patience! I just want to get it. Come on. Bruh. Just... Nope. Nope. I'm gonna use all of... There we go. There we go. The aim is horrible with the Switch 2. It's very challenging, Crazy Die Hard. It's so challenging. Okay, one sec. I've been here for about an hour and a half, so I'm going to take a about 2-minute break. I'll be back very soon. In the meantime, you can take a break with me, stretch your legs, get a drink, get a snack. I'll be back in like 2 minutes or less, and I will see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Megstar. If you're new here, I'm so happy that you're here. If you haven't followed me already, go ahead and follow me, because I've been in the position before where I've been on somebody's live and then I didn't follow them, and it was so hard to find them afterwards because it doesn't show up in your watch history or anything in the same way that like watching TikToks does. So make sure that you're following if you're not already, so you can find me again if you're enjoying your time here and you want to keep watching or helping me out. I really appreciate everything that you guys have sent, said, done. I appreciate your company, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hey chat, I'm back. I told you that would be pretty quick. I'd say that was probably 2 minutes or so. Welcome back. Hello, I'm back, and we're off. So, if you just got on here or in here and you're wondering what the heck is going on, my name is Megstar, and I'm playing Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and I am in the Tower of the Gods. It's I guess, I don't know if this is like I guess this isn't my first dungeon. I don't know if the things that I did earlier on were my first dungeons. Yes! Yes! I have a GameCube controller. Right now it's charging. That's why there's a cord. It's a wireless GameCube controller that came with, well, it came out with the Nintendo Switch 2, which is what I'm playing on right now. BG Dubs, welcome back! Welcome back! USB Type-C. Yeah, so I can unplug it. See, it's good this way too. But I needed to charge it. So, yes. Thank you so much for the follow, Jordan. Happy Saturday. I am happy to have you here. Have you played this game before? And I'm so glad you're back, BG Dubs. So I just finished doing some stuff in this room. There was a chest, and I honestly am now already blanking on what I just opened. What did I just get? A key? What did I just get from that chest, chat? I don't even remember anymore. You never finished a Zelda game? They hurt your brain? I feel you. I'm actually in the same position. This would be, well, I finished Echoes of Wisdom. So if Zelda games hurt your brain, Echoes of Wisdom is really, really different than like every other Zelda game, and the way that it works is very different. You also play as Zelda. You don't play as Link in that one. And that is the only one that I've beat. I have never beaten any other Zelda game, and that's what I'm working on doing right now. Oh, I made it. Okay. So my goal is to finally beat this game. I did play it when I was very young. When it first came out, I was 8 years old, and that was the first time I played this game, but I did not beat it then. I was too young and didn't have the courage that Link needs to succeed in his missions. So, you gave up on Zelda games, but it does have good music. Yes! You said you too? Like you were 8 years old? Or what is the you? Ah! No! Did I just make a suspend point? Yes. I had a feeling I was gonna fall off. That was my good intuition that I had there, just based on prior experiences with platforming. Not very good at those. I agree that the music in Zelda is very good. I love the music and I love the style of this game. This is the Wind Waker and I love it. And this one came out on the GameCube. I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack, and I know it also came out again as Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, was like another version that they came out with, but I never played that version either. I think that they made some improvements with it, is what I've learned. You were 6 and Twilight Princess was too scary. Yes. Um, Twilight Princess came out, well, I got it when it came out on the Wii. So at that time I was like 12 or 13 or something like that, and I never finished that one either. I thought it was cool, but I just never finished it because I guess I was like doing things with friends. Oh, there's a bomb wall. There's a wall that I can bomb right here. Okay, that's what another thing that I need to do right now is. All right. But it's definitely been interesting. Yep, that was not smart at all. I don't know if I can just put it here, if that's good enough. Nope. Interesting. Okay. Well then. Interesting. Indeed. Link's eyes turned full white. I did not see that. Oh, that's so weird. That is so weird. Did your friends ever finish it? My husband has finished the game, and I think my dad finished it when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure, and my brother. So family and some friends, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Is this Breath of the Wild? This is Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. This is the Wind Waker. So this came out 22 years ago. This is originally a GameCube game, which they have on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack that you can play if you have that. Okay, so my key that I just got, I guess, goes in the door that's right across from me. And, there's a wall that I can tell needs to be bombed, and I'm not sure how to get to it. Let's see. I think I came from this door. Yep, that's where I came from. Don't want to be there. Yeah, so Breath of the Wild is a lot. It's like open world, and you kind of get to do things in the order that you want to do them in for a lot of things. You have a lot of options of where you go and what you work on. Whereas this game is more like there's a specific order and time and whatnot to do things. So not so open. And I like that because I need a little bit of structure to help guide me along and help me finish a game. When it's so open like that, I get overwhelmed. So, okay. I really don't know what to do with that wall at all. I have no idea. But we'll keep going, and somehow, is there a grappling hook thing? No, I need to get across somehow. I have arrows, but I don't see anything to do with the arrows. Chat, if you've played this game before and you know what to do, I welcome your help. I don't think that it's annoying or anything like that. I don't want to just sit around wondering what to do the whole day. And I really don't know what to do right now. Attack? Okay, there's no point in doing that. maybe if I just like hold the bomb until it's about to explode and then I throw it. Cora, welcome in and thank you so much. The statues on either side can be picked up and thrown. Oh, thank you so much, Cora and Emmy. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I love you all too. I love the positivity and the kindness, and the help. Thank you, Hillian. So these statues, this is what I need. I need to put these on these to, bruh. No. I need to set them down, not throw them. Okay, anyway, Hillian, I'm going to do what you said this time and put that there for some reason. And then I'm gonna get another statue. I'm gonna get up the ladder. Yep, there we go. There we go. Happy Saturday, everybody who's here. I'm Megstar. This is my first playthrough of The Wind Waker all the way. I have started it before, but never finished it. Okay, so that is what I'm on a mission to do, is finally beat this game. I welcome your help. If you see me struggling, you can tell me what to do or you can give me hints. Whatever you want, help is welcome. I won't get upset about it. I don't really know what I'm doing right now with these statues. They probably don't need to be like perfectly balanced because the platforms were already up. Oh! No! Okay, I understand though. I think if I can jump, can I jump up there or is that, yeah. Let me just try it without the statue really quick. Okay, yes. Okay, so I need to take one more statue and put it on the lower one. Come on. Climb up one side to get it across. I need one more on the right side, right? So I need to take one with me because it needs to go up a little bit higher, right? Or, whoops, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that either. Right? Oh, shoot. I didn't even think about that. No! Okay, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put the statue on. I'm gonna jump onto this one to put the statue on the other one. I forgot that when I jumped on it, that it would go down. Maybe just throw the one on the left to the right. Yeah, that's okay. But when I go on it, it goes down or up or down. I need to put one more on the right, I think. Maybe? Or remove the left, yeah. Or I need to remove the left. You're right. Okay. Yeah, that did nothing. Okay. So maybe you're right. Just remove the left one. Oh, it's staying. Maybe I can just jump from here. Yes! Whoop! Thank you! Thank you, chat, for your help. That's what I'm talking about. We did it. Okay. So I don't know. I wonder if there's going to be another mini boss. The last time I opened up a door, there was a little mini boss in the room behind the door that was locked. Thank you so much, Emmy. I love your encouragement. I love your help. I'm happy for us. Okay, that laser. I was like, is there one coming at me? This part is so fun. Yes. I'm really enjoying this whole dungeon. The Temple of the Gods has been pretty fun. I think it's been my favorite place that I've been so far. I haven't been anywhere else like it in the game yet. So I'm very much so enjoying that. Oh, it's one of those guys that I can call. Okay. Oh, and I can control him. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yep. So I have a Wind Waker, and I learned a command on the Wind Waker just a little bit ago where I get to be the statue dudes. That guy right there, I get to be him. Maybe I don't even, yeah, I think I do need to be him. I think I do need a wind wake because I can't get close enough to him right now without... Whoops, that's not right. It's, nope, bye. It is left nothing, right? Nothing. Yes. The companions are very fun. I love them so much. They're so cute. I love getting to command them and play as them. What? That isn't true. Aw. Okay, I guess I have to do it. Am I close enough now? Left? Nothing. Right? Nothing. Am I close enough now? Yeah! Wait. What? That's not true! What? Ah! Bruh. Okay. Okay, then what about this? Do I have to get on there? Now is it close enough for some reason? Whoops. He's not awake yet. Oh. Okay, yeah, let me try that. Push it and then climb it. Push? Can I push you? No, get down. Okay. No. Push? He's not pushing it. He's just shielding. Maybe with A? Usually I press R. I'm pressing R right now to push. Usually that's what is push because A would be roll or attack. Yeah. Okay. But I do think that there's something to do with this thing. He's not awake yet, so he can't be controlled. So I need to wake him up somehow. Yes, someone help, please. Emmy, yes. Okay. So maybe if I, for some reason, shoot him with an arrow. Nope. With the leaf? Oh! Emmy. Yes. Girl. Yes. Use the Deku leaf. Thank you, Cora. Guys, thank you. I am never, like, very good at remembering all of the tools in my tool belt. And that is something I need to work on. Oh, no! Okay, I'm gonna try that one more time because it's very possible I just did not get the timing right. It's very, very possible that was a skill issue, not a problem with the plan. Nope. That did not work. Okay, one more time. Could be skill. No! I pressed the wrong button! Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm changing that to X. X is like my go-to button to be pressing, so I'm changing that to X. And we're gonna try again. Yes! It was a skill issue! Yes! I did it! Thank you, chat. Thank you, Cora. Thank you, Emmy. Okay, now... Yeah, buddy. Come with me. Come play with me. We're gonna go have so much fun together. You're gonna go, help me out, buddy old guy. Okay. I wonder if he can go through lasers. Oh, is there somewhere for my grappling hook? No. Okay. Maybe he can go through lasers. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I thought my Wind Waker was equipped to Z. I forgot I did my arrows as Z. Whoopsie. Okay. Left, nothing. Right, nothing. Woo! I conducted the command melody once more. Let's go. I am this dude right here. Yes! He can go through the lasers. Okay, cool. Bruh, you're on the platform. Oh, okay. Now I have to go back into my body. Yes! Ooh, okay, come follow me. Oh, he stopped. Okay, I'll just pick him up. Ooh, we're going to a very, very fun place together, buddy. Oh, no. Holy cow. Okay, hold on. Not good. Not good. I wonder if I can... Okay, I'll try that. As well as this. And then that. Okay, cool. First. Whoops, that's... No, no! Whoops. I wanted to get spoils from him. Okay, get up the ladder. Get up the ladder, Link. What? What was that? Get up the ladder. Bruh. Go. Oh my god. Holy shnikes. Is he dead? Oh, there we go. That was not bad. The ladder clunk. Yes, it's so clunky trying to get on a ladder. It's stressful. Like at the worst times possible too. Like I can get on the ladders. Okay, not great any other time, but that was the worst possible time for it to be clunking away. 2 on one side. Remember, 2 on one side. And to balance out one of you. Hold up. Let me look at my map really quick. So, I need to get in the room there that has that bomb wall. There's a treasure chest inside of there. So, I can put this dude, over here. What? Ah, ladder clunk. Okay. We are taking a right now, you think? No! It's trying to set it down. Okay, try again. Try again. We got this, chat. We got it. I think I want him, that statue right there. I think. For some reason. I'm not positive. I still don't know if that's close enough for the bomb. Okay, pick him up. 2 on one side. Yeah, I don't know if this is right. Huh. Okay. Nope. I was trying to time it right. Okay. Nope. Hey, welcome in, Madagascar. Happy Saturday. That was way too fast. What am I doing? I'm panicking. Okay. Don't know if going on the... Okay. First, nope, that's not gonna work. Release it at the very end. Don't be afraid to get hurt. Yes, Emmy. Okay. Bruh. This is the worst ladder. You have save points. You're right. Okay. Climb up. Thank you. Holy cow. I'm gonna actually make another suspend point right now. Just in case anything happens. Whoops. Okay. Go down. Hold a bomb. I don't know what the last second is. Oh, that's the last second. Okay. Nope. Too soon. What? What? Chat. Did you see that? It literally was right at the wall. I swear it blew up right, like, close enough to the wall. You felt like that was it. I felt like that was it too. I'm so confused. It must be that I'm doing something wrong, or like I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. I guess I will. There's 2 chests still that I haven't gotten. Where's the other one? Is it this way? Hold on. Oh, okay. Maybe time it one more time. It just bounced off. I was so close. Okay, okay. One more time. Are you serious? There's no way. I know I did that. I know I got it. What in the world? It's like, I definitely got it. Just a little late? What? Okay. Come with me. Come over here. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh. Okay. Oh, I waited way too long for that. Okay, okay. I got this, chat. I got it. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna get this done. It's gonna be great. Wait, what happened to my idol? Oh, I need to get him across. I still want to do this, though. Okay. What? No. Okay. Come on. Why? Okay, that was too late. That's fine. The other ones, the bomb things aren't usually that hard. Like, usually, if I'm, like, even, like, a little bit, like, okay, let me just show you. Whoops, not like that. That should be close enough, right? Because usually even that is close enough. I'm gonna load my suspend point because I didn't make any progress there. Whoops, and I wanted more hearts. Okay. So, how is this not close enough anyway? Okay. I did it! Yeah! Okay, chat, if you stuck around for all of that, that's why I love you all, because I know that that was a lot of nothingness for a couple minutes. Thank you so much for your patience with me. I'm not an expert at Zelda games, chat, and that's okay. What is in here? I know there's a boss in here, or chest in here. I'm not really in a good position to be fighting anybody right now. I'm a little bit nervous. All for rupees? No. That's all it is in here? What are you? What are you? What do you want? Do you want me to shoot you with an arrow? Does look like a mini boss. Yeah. I'm not ready for that. Okay. I guess we're gonna do a mini boss, chat. On the Triforce. Okay. Oh. Why was it just flashing? Did y'all see that? Maybe that... Oh, it's lighting up again. Why? Oh, is this a Wind Waker symbol? That, like... Oh. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Get my Wind Waker. I feel like that's a Wind Waker symbol. Yeah, let me do the command thing, maybe. Left, nothing. Oh, messed that up. Nope, messed that up again. Left, nothing. Right, nothing. Okay, so maybe there's something in here that I can command? Nope. Maybe if I stand here for some reason? Nope. I can also change the direction of the wind, Emmy, but there is no wind in here. Hey, welcome in, Rampage. How is your Saturday going? And I can also turn it from day to night, but I don't think that that would benefit me here. It's more beneficial when I'm outside. Bring my buddy? Huh. Yeah, that's a possibility, Emmy. That is true. I could try to bring my buddy. I did kind of leave him by himself over here. That was kind of rude of me. Try it anyway? The wind song? Okay. Okay. Wait. Guys. Okay, good. I was gonna say my buddy's gone. No, he's right there. Okay, I'll do the wind song first then. Don't listen? No, I'm gonna listen to you, Emmy. I like your suggestions. They are as good as mine. We are problem solving together. Actually, they're better than mine. Let's be honest. You said good, Rampage. Have you played this game before? Oh yeah, I was gonna do the, wait, pause. I need to remember what it is. Up, left, right. Okay. Wind's Requiem is what that one's called. Huh? I see. So, yep. Ah! Oh. No! No! I'm gonna die! Ah! No! Oh, come on, get away. Okay. Ah! No! No! Chat! Throw stuff in it, a bomb explosion? Oh, that might be good. Okay, I'm gonna load where I just was, because I had a little bit more hearts. Okay, get away, get away, get away. Get away. Get away. Oh my god, why? Okay, I need to equip my bomb. Run away. That got him. Good thinking, Emmy. Ah. Yes. Good thinking. That was it. Good job. Yes, arrows like stun them for a second. What the heck? That was there for just a second. That went away so fast. Arrows stunned them and then the bombs got them. Perfect. Yep. Yay, yay, yay. We did it. Okay. We are good at this. You're good at this. I can't take all the credit. You're good at this, Emmy. A treasure chart. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. So, now, when I eventually get to exploring the sea, which will be a while from now, I will be able to find treasure in the sea. I'll use the treasure chart and know where treasure is. Whoop. That's so great. I don't know when I'm finally gonna get around to doing that. There's way too much happening in the game. I haven't had time to do that really, but also I've been advised to not work on exploring the seas or finding all the treasures yet. But now that I have my bow and arrow, maybe I actually can spend time on the sea, like being a seaman and stuff, you know? A Wind Waker on the sea once and for all. Okay. Put it down. And then climb the ladder. I need to go get my buddy. I'm taking him to his rightful spot. He belongs on his little idol pedestal or something. Pick it up. Okay. Yes. No. Oh, that was so lucky. Oh my god. I accidentally threw it. I do that all the time. Okay. That was very, very, very lucky. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go get my buddy. And take him across with me. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. We got this. Oh. I need to get one more. I forgot that whenever I go across with him, it'll be heavier. Oopsie. Oopsie. Pick it up. Pick it up. I think I need to put all of them on that one. So, bro, I was not trying to jump. Okay, I am going to keep going. We are good. Yes. Okay. Now I can take him across. I have to go this way. Yes. To the flashing door. And this room is where he belongs. So he's going to walk on over to his little pedestal. Yes, yes, yes. This is the third and final guy, I'm pretty sure. So I'm getting very close to the third floor, which means I'm getting very close to the fourth floor, which means I'm getting close to the boss, the big boss, not the mini boss. Okay, we got some Triforce action. Let's go. I don't know what it means, but we got it. Do I go in it? Let me get in there. Wait, wait, pause. Oh, thank you. Thank you. There's one more treasure chest I didn't get yet, and so I'm actually gonna go do that really quick, chat, before I forget. Last dungeon I was in, there was something I left and I forgot to go get it. That's not the right place. And I don't want to do that again. I want to do it while it's fresh in my head to go get it. Thank you so much for your encouragement and your help, Emmy. You've been very, very helpful. Oh. This guy is kind of tricky. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Okay. Yeah, with the arrows, everything is a lot easier. I like these arrows. Oh, don't jump. Yep, he just offed himself. That happened last time in this room. They're not the brightest. Okay. Yes, this is the room. No. Wait. Nope, wrong way. That's not the room, but I am close. Please tell me that nothing reset in here. Okay, good. It's on the left, I think. Yep. Aha! And then I think there's actually something on the first floor, too. If I'm remembering correctly. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. There we go. There we go. Yay! Treasure! Time to get my spatial treasure. Maybe it's just some rupees, but I want to get it. I want them. Oh, another one of these rooms? Okay, cool. I'm gonna make another suspend point. Now I know what to do. Oh. They are just coming for me like that. Okay. I need a better camera angle. Bruh, no. What? No! Ah! Come on. Huh? What? What? Come on. Okay. Ah! Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh. Okay. Jesus. Ah! The camera angling is so hard for me. I don't know why. Like, is it this hard for everybody? Or am I just having a very hard time for no reason? Thank you, Emmy. Thank you for understanding and being okay with it. I got a joy pendant. And there's a teacher on Windfall Island who said she wants those. Oh my god. Everything goes away so fast. So I'm trying to collect enough for her. She said she wants 20 of them. So let me see how many of those I have actually. Whoops. 16! I almost have enough for the teacher. I don't know what happens whenever I give them to her, but we'll find out together eventually. I have enough for, or almost have enough for her. Ah, Emmy, that's right. It's tricky getting used to the L targeting, but it will be easier. Yeah, it just doesn't work like half the time. Or like if I think I'm turned in the right direction, I guess I'm not. Okay. Maybe a heart thingy? What do they call it? A heart container, I think, is what they call it. Pieces of heart. Yeah, a piece of heart. Or a heart container. Yeah. So the pieces of heart, like, fill up a heart container or something. Like, give me another one. Or it could be a whole heart container. I don't know why it's called that either. Yeah. I guess because it contains my hearts? It contains my health? I guess that's why. Goodness gracious. Get it together. Oh! Get it! Ah! Okay. Jeez. It contains heart pieces? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, no. The terminology is confusing, Emmy. I agree. Okay. No! Wow. Why can't I jump? I am not patient enough. Bruh. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. I will wait. That was so close. Jeez Louise. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. I want to go. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't tell. Maybe this one? No! Oh! Oh! No! No! Ah! I don't want to fight that guy. Okay. We did it! We did it! We're here. We're okay. We did it, chat. Woo! Okay. I'm making a suspend point right here. Yep. Final boss time! Emmy, I still have a little bit on the 3rd floor before I make it to the final boss. I'm so close. to the final boss. Not quite there yet, but way closer than I've been this whole time. Woo! Final boss time. Let's go. I had no idea it was going to be a boss day. Wowzers. I'm making progress. That woke me up. Okay. Cool. Great. Good. Wonderful. I need to put those statues across from me on those things and not get hit by those lasers. Got it. Come here, little buddy. Come with me. Yay. Let's go. Let's go right here. Okay. Next one. Oh, did not mean to climb that. Okay. Almost. And then I'm going to stand on the third one. And then the lasers will go away right here. And then I don't know. I guess I get the treasure chest somehow. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Pick it up. So, but that doesn't actually solve the whole problem. It appears that maybe I would need a vase from by the lasers. However, the way that I would be able to get one, I'm not so sure about that. Because if I stand here, yes, the lasers go away, but I can't, if I walk off of, oh, they're gone. Oh, okay. I was overthinking that. Thank you, Hulk Smash. I definitely was overthinking that. You got the big key. Whoop, whoop. That's the key for the boss. Whoop, whoop. I can see for myself on my map where the boss is. Whoop. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Chat. Oh my god. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill, chill, chill. Okay. How do you kill something like a laser? I don't think you can. Can't you kill the lasers? If you know how to kill the lasers, please let me know, chat. I didn't know that you can. I've just been avoiding them like the plague. I didn't know that there was a way to do that. Yeah, what kills a laser? Like floating. I didn't mean to do that. With an arrow? What would I be shooting? The little floating orb? Are you trolling me? Get close so the eye appears? Oh, what? Bruh. Bruh. Nope. Nope. And shoot it when it appears? It keeps hitting me. I don't think that there's any point to getting the laser, to my knowledge, anyway. I mean, maybe there is, but I don't. I wanna go do this bossy. If you can give me the reason why I'm doing that, and it's a really good reason, then maybe I would keep working on it. But yeah, I don't want to work on it right now. Not important. Okay. So I need to go through this room. I really hope I can get more hearts. I know there was vases in there, but they were bright by the lasers. I'm gonna make sure that I have some things equipped that will be helpful for me. I'll make that, okay. Sheep! It is a sheep sound, but it doesn't look like I'm pretty sure it's a bird. I'm pretty sure that that's a bird making that sound, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know why the birds sound like sheep, but they do. Is this a laser? This kind of looks like a laser too. Yep. Aha! This is one that I could actually get. Easy. I don't know why the other ones were harder. Thank you so much for your help with that. I wonder what the boss is too. Is the boss a bird? Big egg, big bird at the top? I don't know. There was a bird on the first place that I went to as well. So I don't really know if, I don't know. There's been a lot of bird things. So definitely a possibility. I'm going to create another suspend point. Whoa, whoa, buddy. That one was, these are different. Yeah, these are different. They're too fast. Whoops. Did you hear that? That scared me. Whoops. No, I don't want to do this. Get... Okay. Ah! Oh, brother. This guy stinks. Oh, these are fast ones. I have to be really good. Maybe I have to roll. You are better than me at determining lasers. Glad these things don't happen in real life. Yeah, me too. Thank you, yeah, by the way, and welcome in. I appreciate that encouragement. I am learning slowly but surely. Some things I'm better at than others, and yes, SpongeBob. Yes, SpongeBob. Roll, rolly, rolly, roll. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, oh, oh! Dang! My jar is full of my grandma's soup. It's inside, you're wrong. Bird would not be inside. Yeah. Unless it was like a captive bird or something. It's probably not a bird. But I think it might... It's probably something that I'm going to have to shoot with my arrow. I'm just using context clues here. And maybe throw bombs at. Because that's what I've been doing a lot of with in this temple is stunning things with arrows and then throwing bombs at them. That's been very, very, very popular for this. Yeah. Probably a statue. Okay, fairy. Fairies don't refill your magic. Got it. I thought that they did. Okay. Boss fight time! Tell everybody! Come on, come on! I'm about to fight a boss! Not very good at this. I'm very nervous. Tell your friends. It'll be a good old time together. I think that I'm ready. Oh my god. Emmy, thank you for sharing the stream. Thank you so much. Holy cow. 5 shares. Thank you, Emmy. You're the... Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, let's go. Thank you for all the shares, Emmy. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous to do this. But the last boss that I fought, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Oh my gosh, thank you for the follow. The last boss that I did actually was pretty easy. Wind Waker is easy. That sounds like a opinion, not a fact. That sounds like something that is definitely could be very easy for you depending on what kind of video games you typically play. I'm sure it is easy for a lot of people. I am not one of those people. Okay, accept this final challenge. Uh-oh. Oh my. What are you? I bet I need to shoot their eyes. The hand eyes. Eye hand. What? Bro. Oh, do I put bombs in his nostrils? Come on. Whoops. Whoops. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Bomb. Bomb. I pressed the wrong button. No. No. No, now I don't need a bomb. Oh my god. Oh, okay, bomb. Arrow. Come on, arrow. What are you doing? Max? Why is it not shooting an arrow? Why? Am I not? Okay, I am locked onto it, I swear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Holy cow. What? No, chat. I am. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's this. Okay, shoot it. Oh. Now. Now. Bomb. No, bomb. Oh. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. You just did this temple yesterday? Give me. Oh. Oh. No, no, no. I only have 7 arrows left, chat. How is that possible? What am I supposed to do? How do you beat this with 7 arrows? No. Oh, this is not good. Come on. Did he drop an arrow? No. Roll. No. What do I do? I'm out of arrows. What do I do? There's a way to get more off the item you need in boss fights. Oh my god. No, I can't see anything. Oh my god, I'm being electrocuted. I can't see it. I'm being electrocuted. Get up. No. I don't have any arrows. Roll. I can't do anything. I can't do anything, chat. Oh, come on. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know what. Okay, bruh, I can't say anything. Oh. Here we go. Oh, nope. Run away, run away, run away, run away. I can't see. Shoot. Oh. What is your aim, Link? Oh my god, I only have 3 arrows left and he missed like all of that. Oh my god. I'm literally targeting on it. Shoot. Thank you for the follow. No, no, no. Oh, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Come on. I was literally targeting it. Oh my god, I'm using all of my arrows. It's not working. I'm not aiming correctly. This is the worst. Come on. Okay. Finally. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? No. No. That's not what I said. Shoot! Oh, brother. Oh, my God. Okay, hold up, chat. I'm creating a suspend point. I'm feeling very nervous. He snorted out an arrow and I missed it. Yeah, I see that he's dropping the arrows and I tried to run to the other one, but I was a little bit busy being electrocuted. Hulk Smash, I'm sorry that I missed the first set, but I did see him drop it and I was literally running to it, but I was in the middle of being burned alive and electrocuted and I couldn't get back up on the platform fast enough. So, we are running away and I can't see anything once more. Come on. There's some more. Thank you. Run away. Run away. I don't like when you get close to me. No! Not a fan of this at all. Oh. Okay. I'm going to drink some of my elixir soup. I didn't want to use my grandma's soup right now. I'm gonna drink it. Then inflicts double damage until I take damage. So if I can not take any damage, then I will be doing double damage on the enemy, which is great. Hopefully that helps me somehow, and hopefully I don't get hurt. I'm gonna make... Yeah, okay. I gotta breathe. Yes, Emmy. I need to breathe. Save point before I use it. Yes. Yes. Gonna use it. Come on. There's 2 servings in there. Okay. Now, put Boomerang Boy there. Okay. And we're gonna breathe. We're gonna get calm, cool, and collected together. We've got this. Chat, believe in me. No! Bruh. Just got off of the menu and I got hit right away. Roll. Away. Roll away. I don't like it. I really don't. Oh, this is before my potion. Shoot. Oh, I did not. Okay. I did not think about that. Now. We are good. I think I have time to roll. I'm going to move this. I don't want this equipped anymore because I don't want to accidentally use it. Okay. Roll away. I don't know where he is. I'm running away. I'm rolling away. Where is he? Shoot. Bruh. Oh, of course I took damage. What? Why? Oh, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Bruh. Why does it keep going to that weird angle? Just shoot his eye. Oh my God. Why is this the most annoying thing in the world right now? Why can't anything... Oh, why? Why are you looking that way? Bro! Ah! Come on. Okay, good. Now, goodbye. I hope that was the last one I had to do. Oh my God. I did it. Ooh. I don't even know if I'm happy right now. I'm so annoyed. Yeah. Let's celebrate. Woo! I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. We're happy again. We are so good. I was never frustrated. I was never stressed. I am pure joy and bliss always. Woo! We did it. Boss number 3 is done. Ooh. I got a heart container. Yes, 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 yes. Your life energy has increased by 1. Plus, your life gauge has been replenished. Yes, I love to see it. Good riddance to that stupid dude. And hello, new heart container. Yes, it is called a heart container. That confirms it. I guess because it contains your hearts. I guess. Wowzers. That was pretty darn good. That was very slow. It was slow. I did not get a like very clean and clear win there, but I got it done. Chat, I actually might go back to the first floor. No, I don't want to go back to the first floor. It's probably some rupees in there. Is there? Okay, if anybody here knows anything about the treasure chest on the first floor of the Temple of the Gods, please let me know what it is or if it's worth going into it. Yeah, it's probably some rupees in me, and I don't really want to go all the way back through right now for some rupees. I'm good on that. I don't want to do any more fighting right now. I need a breather. I need some peace. Probably rupees, yeah. Okay. Okay. Peace and quiet, hopefully. Please. Woo! It feels like a nice sunny day outside. Okay, chat. I'm gonna take a like 2-minute break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom very, very quick, and I will be right back. Please take this time to stretch your legs, get a snack, go to the bathroom too if you need to. Take care of yourselves as well. I promise. I will be right back. Whoop, I was muted. I'm back. Oh my gosh. That was a thrilling experience. Whew. Hey, so yeah, I feel exhausted. I feel like I really was doing that boss fight. Like that was me in there fighting him. And it kind of was. I mean, I was controlling the controller, but I felt like that was real life for a second. That was very challenging. I'm so glad I'm done. I need like 1 more second to like not do anything right now, and then I'll be ready to get back to it. If you guys have any good news or anything to share with me about your lives, I am curious. What's something good that has happened to you this week? Even if it's something small, like you got to sleep in one day and that was really nice, or you had a snack you really liked, or the weather was nice on a certain day and you appreciated that. I'm interested in your good news right now. Before I keep going, I need something to keep my spirits lifted after that incredible boss fight. Okay. Wow. I was like screaming. Well, I'm sorry to your ears. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Deep breaths, and we're back. We're back to it, chat. We're gonna keep on going. I guess we're going at just somewhere. I don't really know. I guess to the top of the Tower of the Gods is where I'm going, because there's a ladder here and I don't see anything else that's very clear. So here we go. The top of the Tower of the Gods. After defeating that monstrosity of a bossity monstrosity. What do I do here? Wind wake? Maybe I wind wake. What are the things I know? I know how to command. I know the Wind's Requiem, and I know the Song of Passing. My boat is still in there. Chat! Oh no! My boat! Uh-oh. Do I fly out of a hole? Maybe I just... No, that would not be smart. Because I would land in water. And if my boat's not there, then I won't be able to breathe. Okay. I'll try this first for some reason. Oh, I already forgot. I guess I'll do this, Wind's Requiem for some reason. He'll be fine. Oh, okay. Okay, if you say so, Hulk Smash. Okay. I'm gonna fly out of here through a hole with my leaf, my Deku leaf. And we'll hope for the best. I'm actually gonna put that as X. Yeah, okay. Put away my sword. The best hole is this one. What? What? I can't go through it? Is it just because I stopped? If I was flying, would I be able to go through that? That's so weird. I'm gonna try that again. That was too late. Ugh. You don't think I can get through there? Oh. You said he would be fine. I thought you were saying, Hulk Smash, that I could go through a hole. And that he would be fine if he landed in the water. So that's not what you were saying. Oh, the boat would be fine. Okay. Gotcha. Then back to the wind waking for some reason, I guess. I really, oh, nope. Don't know what to do then. But I guess I will try this. Whoops. I don't think there's anything to command here. Nope. Look. Oh, it's a grappling hook thing. Okay. Also, I need to look at his eyes more. Chat, I am sorry if you're one of the people who has told me more than once, especially. I've heard this more than once, that you look at his eyes and he'll look at what you need to be looking at, like points of interest. And I'm not very good at that. Nope. But he probably would be looking up at this. There we go. Yee! Okay. Oh, I'm ringing a bell. What? I was not expecting that. Oh. Yes, Hulk Smash. Yes, so if I had changed the camera angle to have it pointed on him, his eyes would look up because they would be telling me to look up. Yes, yes, yes. Yay! My boat! He is okay. He got out alive somehow, all by himself. You have done well, Megstar. Thank you. It would seem the gods have acknowledged you to be a true hero. Thank you. But this does not mean your trials have ended here. Oh. Once you take your first step into the world beyond the Ring of Light, you see shimmering in the waves before you. Ooh. The boat is like magical. I don't know. He's the king of red lions. Yes, is that like the king's spirit inside the boat? Maybe. Is that what it means for him to be the king of red lions? Also, by the way, everybody, thank you for chatting. Thank you for liking the stream so much. I see a lot of you have been tapping away. and giving me so many hearts and likes, and I really, really appreciate that. Emmy and Hulk Smash, your sharing the stream earlier was very much appreciated. And things like that, like, I don't ask or expect anybody to spend money on me, like real life money, but even things like that that are free that you can do to support me mean the world to me and truly do make a huge difference uh, in where I'm able to go and who I'm able to reach with this. So thank you so much for doing all of those things. It means the world to me. Your true trial will begin. When I go in there, this hasn't been my true trial yet. I have been tried, truly. This whole time, I've been tried. The truest of trieds. My true trial? Oh my god. What? I thought they all drowned? It's okay, Meg. We will always support you. Thank you so much for the 2 boos and the 6 ice creams and the 4 ice creams. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is a fun part. A lot of fighting coming soon. You think that's fun, Hulk Smash? Ooh, I love your support, Emmy. I will always support you too, girl. You got my support right back. BG Dubs, I know you missed the boss, but the VODs go to the purple app, and I'll put the full streams on the red app. So if you missed anything you want to see, after I'm done streaming today, you can check out the VOD on the purple app. My username is on the screen here. It's Megstar with 3 R's. You can find it there. Your true trial will begin. Okay, are you ready, Megstar? Not exactly. So how long until you save your sister? I've been told, before I entered there, people said I was almost halfway done with the game, kind of. There is still probably about more than half left, which is why I'm like, this is gonna take me forever. I needed to like stream longer or add more days, I think, because this game will take me really long at this rate. What's happening, bruh? Bruh. What is happening? Am I tripping? He can't breathe. Yeah, what's happening? Am I in like some protective bubble? I'm turning the music up. Y'all hear this? Hyrule Castle! What? I don't remember this at all. What? It's black and white. Bruh. What? What? Is this underwater? Mickey Mouse Castle. This is like some Kingdom Hearts stuff or something. I don't know if you guys have played that, but I'm pretty sure there's like a black and white world or something on Kingdom Hearts. If I'm remembering correctly, that's kind of what this reminds me of. You are probably wondering where we are. You loved Kingdom Hearts? Me too, Emmy. Me too. That's what you thought? Girl, we are twins. Yes. You are probably wondering where we are, aren't you? Yes, I am. I am wondering that. We're underwater at a black and white castle thing, I think. There's not enough time for me to explain it to you now. Why? Why are we running out of time? Once you are able to strike down Ganon with the item you obtain in this castle, all will be made clear to you. What? Trust in my words. See what awaits you in the castle. Oh my god. This is why they were telling me to do my dilly-dallying and side quests. It's from Kingdom Hearts 2. Yes, yes, yes. I think I played that on PlayStation 2. Is that what that was on? I had a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation. No, maybe just a PlayStation 2 was all I had. Growing up. And I played Guitar Hero on that a lot too. But okay, so they warned me before I started all of this that I better do the little fun side quest thingies while I could, because once I dropped off the pearls, I wouldn't really get any time to relax or take a break. Oopsie! I was gonna get to relax now. The waterfall's not even moving. Oh my god. This is crazy. I want to go over here. Has some grass. Okay, cool. That's relaxing. Yes, this is very calming. This is the castle from Ocarina of Time before it was drowned. Emmy, how do you know that? Does it look the same? That is really cool. You're guessing. Oh, that's a good guess. I did not play that much of Ocarina of Time. I started the game as a kid, but I never finished it. So I'm not familiar with the castle, really. I was like 5 at the time that I was playing it. Someone in your chat said Ocarina of Time gets flooded. Yes, good memory, Emmy. Yes, that's right. Okay, well then, I guess we'll keep on keeping on. We're gonna go in here. What the heck? We're gonna keep on keeping on, I said. Oh, the water's not even deep. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be swimming in it. I'm just walking in it. Okay, cool. I guess I want my arrows equipped and my bombs equipped. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty. It looks frozen in time. Maybe they played the Song of Time to do that. You're a genius. Yeah, that makes too much sense. To preserve the castle, yes. Quit fooling around and grab that Master Sword already. Is that what's leading me, Sir Charles, 5th Gen? I didn't know that, okay? If I knew that's what I was about to get, then I would have done been in here. What the heck? Guys, I need to stop goofing off and focus. There's a Master Sword here, that's what I'm saying. Why did nobody tell me that? My priorities would be so much more in check if I knew that. Oh, I want the Master Sword. Look. Yeah. Linky Poo. It be in the basement. Cool. Wow, these guys really are frozen in time. And I cannot pull a map or anything in here. I don't have a map. So you're saying I don't need to go up, I need to go down? I'm so scared that people are gonna just like start moving all of a sudden. Oh my god. This is weird and creepy. Ah, get away from me. I want to attack him. I can't even destroy him. Under the Link statue, gotta find a way to move it. Thank you so much. I am happy to have you here, by the way, Sir Charles. I'm Megstar, and this is my first full playthrough of the game. Nothing will attack me yet. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. God, I'm so nervous. And I guess I'm somewhere close to halfway through the game. All right, Megstar, I'll need you to listen to me for a moment. The item you seek is hidden somewhere in this castle. To find it, you must find the entrance to the basement, but that entrance has been blocked by a mighty threshold, firmly sealed to prevent evil from ever gaining access. I see. Do you know where to search and what you must do to open the hidden way? You will find a clue in the shape of the herald near where we arrived at the castle. In the shape of the herald? What? I don't even know what a herald is. Hark the herald angels sing. I don't really know what is a herald. Chat. That doesn't really help me. Anyway, let me go look at whatever a herald is. Sounds like an old man name. Exactly. Exactly. Is that a herald? That's a tree. Those are trees. What? Which one of you is a herald? Show yourself. Herald, show yourself. Oh, is that a herald? Like the Triforce symbol thingy? Is that it? Maybe that's what I'm looking for the clue. Okay, cool. Maybe that sounds like that is probably a herald. Upon further inspection, the tree seems to be named Harold. That is most certainly a herald. That one right there, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a herald. I feel like I hear Majora's Mask music. I wonder, was there music playing in here? No. But that glowing thing, was that what it sounded like it to you? Okay, let me find that, like, is this is the herald. This is a Triforce. Cool. Can I pull you? Yep. Good. We're gonna put you in the middle. Yes. Come with me. I think. Can I push you? Oh. Come here. Yep. Come on. There we go. Just one more. Nope, we don't need to crawl right now, buddy. Yes. That's the glowing thing. Yes. Okay, so I think that's correct. I think that is right for some reason. That feels right to me. Chat, does that feel right to you? Come on, let's go. Wait. Maybe it's not right. Oh, there is music now. I hear it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Wouldn't it just be on top of the Triforce? Can they go on it? Come on. Bro, push it. We're not crawling right now. That one won't move anymore. So I think that this... Wait. Yeah. Push this way. Okay. Okay. Triangles. Come on. I see what you mean. Yup. There we go. Yep. There we go. Yes, it's gonna fit perfectly. Come on. There we go. One more. Yes, it looks right to me too. So, before I put the last one in place and potentially need to fight a bunch of people, I'm gonna make a suspend point. I'm actually gonna make 2 because I don't want to accidentally make another one whenever I'm not trying to, or load one when I'm trying to create one or whatever, you know. Some mistakes can be made here. God damn. Okay. Come on. Bah. This way. Bruh. It's so weird how quiet it is here. That's not what I meant to do. Stop crawling! Get up! You little baby. Oh my god. I did something wrong. Come on. Oh, not a good camera angle. What did I do? No. Stop. Yay! Yeah. I did it! Thank you, chat, for your help. What's gonna happen? What's happening? Oh, yeah. I opened up the basement. Creepy. I hope it's safe to go down there without getting attacked. That would be lovely. I'm gonna go get that master sword. Yes, please. So when I get the master sword, if I'm understanding correctly, then everybody's going to be coming alive and I'm going to have to fight them. Okay. Yes, Josh. Yes. I made such progress. How was work? While you were working, I was beating the third boss. And now I'm about to get the master sword, or so they say. That's what the chat told me. And yeah, very good progress today. Excellent, Megstar. To perceive such a puzzle and decipher it is no small feat. Now take the sword that lies before you. It is none other than the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. You fixed 3 phones. Nice. Is that what you do? Like fix things, technology stuff, phone stuff? That's awesome. This looks so different, but those panels, the sages from Ocarina of Time, you think? Oh. That checks out. I believe it. Okay. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. Woo! I'm nervous. Uh, I don't want to fight everybody when I get it. No. Yes. Give it to me, but just don't make me fight. Yes. Oh, no. Are you knighting me? Yes. 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 Knight me. Oh. Don't look in the sunlight. You're going to burn your retinas. You're a tech fixer man. Oh my god, I've always wanted to be a tech fixer man myself. How cool. How long have you been a tech fixer man? Can you show us the panels? Retinas. He really was gonna burn his retinas. You know, I think retina would be a cooler word if we called them retinas. Like Christina? Retina. Anyway, that's my silly little thought for the moment. This is way too many people. How do you fight all of them? Just one person fight all of them. What? Okay. I'm nervous. I got the Master Sword. Got it! The legendary blade with the power to repel evil. Once wielded by the legendary hero himself. Why you bring anatomy into this? I don't know. I really don't know. A cool 4 years. I was teaching before this. Unfortunately, big tech offered better pay and bennies. Josh, I was a teacher before I do what I do now too. I work by day full time in the corporate world, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I did not teach anatomy. I did not teach anatomy. First, I taught 4th grade for a few years, and then I taught a subject called social emotional learning to um, kindergarten through 8th grade students. So everybody in the school, I taught that subject to. What did you used to teach, Josh? It is Master Sword theme. Why isn't there a time skip? What do you mean? Middle school math and science? Nice. Nice. Yeah, middle school was interesting. I liked a lot of the middle schoolers, but some of them were tricky. Yeah. Yeah. Probably do have patience. You kind of have to have patience with that age group for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Um Okay, don't forget to use the grappling hook on the knights to get their crest. Thank you for the reminder. Hulk Smash, you said just take them out one at a time. All right. All right. We're going to try. So I'm going to finish the day by trying to take these dudes out one at a time. And then I'll be back with more Wind Waker potentially on Monday. I am thinking about adding Monday to my streaming schedule. So on Sundays, I do Super Smash Bros. Ultimate streams, if that interests you, and we'll have an open arena to play with people. And on Wednesdays and Saturdays, I've been doing Zelda, the Wind Waker. And I'm thinking about adding Monday to that as well for more Zelda, because this game is taking me a very long time to get through. Middle school math and science, though, sounds like a tough but fun time. Definitely not as good a pay as you could be making, like you said, in other positions. This is your favorite game ever? This is the most nostalgic, memorable game for me ever, probably, aside from like Paper Mario. I never beat this game, but I just remember always wanting to as a kid. So yeah. And I'm really, really liking it so far. I don't know that I can say it's my favorite game ever, but Zelda games, it's my favorite Zelda game that I've tried to play or played. Yes, I love Paper Mario. OG and Thousand Year Door. I actually just beat Thousand Year Door for the first time this year because I was, as a kid, notorious for not beating games. I would start them and never beat them. So that's been what I've been working on this year, is trying to beat games. OG is awesome too, but Thousand Year Door, there's some things with like the dialogue and characters that I really, really love that I feel like is almost there with the OG. But yes, I love both of them equally. You said that's your other favorite game? Wow. Twins. For real. We are so alike. Former teachers, and we love the same games. Who would have thunk it? Okay, so yeah, I'm just stalling at this point. Unless there's anything else that I should be doing in here, I'm definitely just stalling because I'm nervous. It's okay though. Wow, my sword is way bigger now. Oh, it feels stronger. It is a magical place. I agree. Yes, I'm so happy that you're here and that TikTok brought us together. Like, there literally is, like, no other way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't like this. How do I get him? Oh, his back? Why am I crawling? Really? That did nothing? I don't know what to do! Come on! They're not very smart. Whoa, I just did a backflip. I didn't know I could do that. Maybe I should, get my boomerang out. Oh, you said use the grappling hook on them, too. Take the moblins out first. Use the rolling trick sword out. Okay. The moblins are these guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. No! Yeah. Bruh. Oh my God, they're all coming for me! What? Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Okay, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Ah! Run, 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 run. Oh, I can't see anything. Run away, run away. Yes, okay. Not like that. Thank you for whatever that was. I can't remember what that sound is. Oh my god. Thank you. Okay. Whoa, whoa, why are you facing that dude? Where are you? What is... Oh my god. Come on. No, 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 no. Run, run, run. Oh my god. No. I don't want you guys. I need my grappling hook. I keep forgetting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give me a heart. Run. Give me a heart. Bruh. Okay. Thank you, Josh. Oh, God, God. No. Okay. Okay, here's another one up here. Okay. Her. Yes. I mean, you said give you the controller. Happily. Take it. Take the controller, please. Bro. Just let me break things. My sword's too big. I'm not used to how big it is anymore. I keep missing. Come on. There we go. Okay. That's what she said. Yeah. It was a big that's what she said. I'm glad you caught that. I wasn't sure if anybody else heard that in their heads, but as soon as I said that, that's what I was thinking as well. You got it. You got me. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is good. This is good. What? I was... Okay. Whoopsie. I'm getting a little bit impatient. No, I'm not trying to target on him. Bruh. I hate the camera angles. I hate... Whoa! Whoa! Did you see it charging up? Whoa! The world! He's a psycho! He's a psycho killer. Oh! Okay, now, chat. I don't really understand what to do. No, you're going back to work, Josh. No! Please come back, because I probably will be gone. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll be back possibly Monday, but definitely Wednesday. If I'm not here on Monday, I'll be here on Wednesday, and on the Purple app, you'll find my schedule. Wicked! Welcome in! Happy Saturday, and thank you so much for the heart me. Look for a button prompt when the big guys are about to attack. Okay, like an A button prompt? Like, it'll tell me with the A. I don't know if I even got all the boblins. But I think I did. I think it's just those guys left. The A button? Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm waiting for an A button prompt. Waiting. Whoops. Still waiting. Oh my god! Guys, they're like all ganging up on me. Oh my gosh. Bye, Wicked. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sorry you have to go back to work. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi. Try dodging their attack first. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, there's another. Oh, God. Oh, God. I didn't know there was another one of those. Ah. Okay. You gotta have your sword out. Oh, okay. Emmy, you also said that. Okay. Oh, I missed it. There it was. There we go. Oh. No. No. It's not happening anymore. It's not happening anymore. I'm pushed up against a wall. I can't see. No. Oh my god. And hold L. So like backflip out of the way. Maybe you gotta lock onto them. Okay. This is... Okay. It's fine. I'm doing just fine. Hi, penguins. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. I'm doing fine. This is fine. What? Oh. How did I just hurt him? Bruh. Come on. What? What? What in the world? Okay. Oh. Yes? Oh my god, I have to fight all of those? There's so many of those guys. I have to do all of them? No! I used the grapple hook though and I got something from him. That's what I wanted. I don't know what I got. What was that? A Knight's Crest? Is that what I got from him? Shervania, you're here! Oh my gosh, hello! Hello! How is your Saturday going? I don't want all of them to, like, gang up on me. I just want one. All of them at once is way too much. Okay. So, I see. Okay. I see. That was so much better. Okay. Whoops. Whoa. My sword's not out. Whoa. At least they're not very smart, it seems. That's good because, yeah, I'm able to fight one at a time, and they don't, like, for some reason care that I'm here. Good, good. Nope, run away. Oh! I didn't even mean to pick up that big one. This is not going that bad anymore, because I understand once you get them down to the dog thing, whatever they are, it's so much easier. You just have to get their armor off. Okay, I get it. I get it now. Oh, thank you guys for your help in the chat. I'm gonna stick around for the however much longer it takes for me to get all of these dudes and get out of here, and then I'm gonna be saying farewell for the evening. So we're gonna keep getting at it and just see what happens next. Aw. Yeah, these guys are actually really not that bad. I just did not understand how to fight them. Yay! How many of these are there, though? Because it seemed like there was a lot for a minute there. But it's pretty quiet now. So maybe oh, there's one. I was gonna say, maybe I'm almost done. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm right. Thank you so much for the follow, Aiden. Oh, I got distracted. That's okay. That was a good distraction. Thank you for following. Welcome in. Whoops. I am playing the Wind Waker and makes progress. That's for sure. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just got the Master Sword. Oh, God. What am I doing wrong? Come here. Look at me. Look at me. What? Why? Why can't I attack him? The other ones were easier. What? You can hit them from behind to cut off from... Oh, that's what was happening. Okay. Hit it from behind, you say. If you say so. If you say so. What? Bruh. Get my sword out. Ugh. I was trying to grapple hook and get a Knight's Crest off of him. Ugh. Turn around. Turn it. Just... Bruh. Bruh. Bruh! Why is this one so difficult? I was literally just saying how this is so easy now. Come over here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it was just too small of an area. Roll around it and slash with sword. Thank you for the tip. I'm glad I was able to get it. I think for some reason that area was just too small, and it seemed to work better whenever it picked its weapon back up. My Saturday's doing good, penguins. How is your Saturday? Do you celebrate Halloween? And did you celebrate or do anything to celebrate this year? Was that it? Did I even need to fight all of them anyway? Like, was there a point to getting all of them? Is there anything else to do here? Am I done? Did I do it? Oh, no, there's more. Oh, yeah. Come at me. Whoops, I missed. Missed my chance. Ah, bruh, you're so fast. And I'm cornered. I can't hear anything. Get away. Ah. Jesus, they're so good at cornering me. They're so big. I can't see. Ah! I can't see. Get your sword out. What? I didn't get a Knight's Crest out of him? Come on, get him. There we go. Okay. Woo! That was it. Okay, I did have to get them all. I figured I did, but then it didn't seem like anything was happening. Oh, Jonathan, thank you so much. I was not bored with this glitter on my face. That would be wild if I was. I wish I was a vampire or whatever that would make me, but no, I put that on my face earlier today. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I think we are done for the day. Yeah. So what door did I just open? Up? Or did I start up? Which door do I go through? I don't really remember. Do I need to go door up? Aw, so much. I appreciate that. You're too kind. What's the new door? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah? No. That's the door I started in. Okay, so I need to go to the other door. Jonathan, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. How is your Saturday going? What have you been up to today? Other door we go. The other door leads to nothing. Awesome. I love nothing. Let's go see. Wow. Okay. I don't know what this is, but we're going to explore this next time I'm back. This is where I'm going to stop because I have Chinese food waiting for me. My husband ordered some and it is time to eat dinner. I had so much fun. I've been here for 3.5 hours today. Woo! I'm so happy that I got to spend time with all of you. You've been a blast to talk to. Your help in the chat has been amazing. Oh, you're eating grilled chicken and rice with a little bit of macaroni? That sounds delicious. That sounds so good. Yummy. Miko, thank you so much for following. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If y'all play that game, I will have an open arena that you'll be welcome to join in and play with me. And other people who come in pretty regularly. We're all cool, fun, not that good at the game. Well, I'm not that good at the game. Then on Monday, I think Mondays I'm going to start doing Wind Waker streams, but definitely Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can count on that. So I'll be back a few times a week. My schedule is on the Purple app. So look me up on the Purple app to stay up to date on when I will be live. I also post on my story, usually on TikTok, with those like more timely updates. So thank you so much, Hulk Smash. I love this game too, Jonathan. Oh my god. I've clearly been talking for 3.5 hours. I'm losing my voice. So I will see you all later. If you haven't followed me, but you're new here and you don't want to lose my page, you want to come back here sometime, please don't forget to hit the follow button because it's going to be hard to find me if you don't do that. And I will see you again soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support, for your chatting, for your help, for being here, following, liking, sharing, all of the amazing things that you did today. And I just had so much fun every single time getting to play this game and talk with you all and have your help with beating the game for the first time ever, every single time. Thank you. Have a wonderful Saturday evening, everybody. And, or whatever time it is, wherever you are, have a wonderful it. And I will see you all later. Bye bye.